do something very, very well, and that's rebound. They average, Casey, 43 rebounds per game. To put that into perspective, that is 26 rebounds per game for the Lady Tigers. But let me tell you something. They have out-rebounded in the first 5 games of the season their opponents, Waupaca has, 300 to 183.
Wow, that's just a staggering number.
And they only shoot 32% from the floor. But what they make up for in lack of accuracy is pounding the boards on both ends, and they do it on both ends. So the key tonight in the contest will be Lady Tigers block out on defense, box out, and on offense, if you don't follow your shot and you don't look for the opposite color jersey and get your backyard on them, it could be a long night. Because what your goal, if I'm Ripon, is to do as many one-and-dones as possible.
Yes.
But if you start giving multiple opportunities on the defensive end, if you're Ripon, that could spell difficulty. The other thing I've noticed looking into the numbers, so far this season, Ripon girls, they start their game slowly in terms of points. They get outscored considerably in the first half, but they come back in the second half and play pretty good basketball. That's another area you'd like to see the Ripon Tigers come out of the gate a little bit better.
Yes, yeah, and like you're saying, I'm expecting to see a lot of in the paint tonight, a lot of hacking down there, a lot of pushing around. Well,
yeah, I don't know. But I'll tell you this also, not only do they out-rebound, they play old school. They play old school in that they don't take that many three-point attempts.
Yes.
Looking at the numbers, they've taken less than 60 on the year. Ripon's taken just south of 100, and Ripon is, with their opponents, they've been out attempted on three-pointers. Ripon has like 180 to 90-something.
Yeah.
So, they like to pound it inside, it would appear. And the ones that do it the best for them, that would be three ladies in particular. That would be Finley Cherapata.
Yep.
She has a double-double. She'll give you 12 points and 13 boards a game.
Yep.
Savannah Waymeyer, she's just 1 rebound short of a double-double with 10 points and 9 rebounds. And then Olivia Levine, not Ariel Levine, the singer, will give you 11 points and a half dozen boards a game. So Ripon, you can't be spectators tonight. When that shot goes up, you got to be going to the rim, and don't allow yourself to get pushed under the rim. I see that's been somewhat of a concern this year.
Yeah, we have seen that quite a bit. So we will take a break for a minute for the national anthem. We will be back with the start of the game. Very nice rendition by the Ripon High School PA system. So the starting lineups for tonight, starting for the Waupaca Comets, number 4, a 5'9" senior Olivia Levine. Number 11, a 6-foot sophomore Finley Cherapata. Number 14, a 5'6" senior Cassidy Wagner. Number 12, a 5'6" senior Seattle Latau. And rounding it off for the Comets, number 54, a 6'1" senior, Savannah Wiemeyer. And now for your Lady Tigers, number 5, Selena Lopez. Number 10, Isabella Miller. Number 13, Mackenzie Nodoff. Number 20, Allison Bradley. And rounding it off for the Lady Tigers, number 24, Lucy Bettine.
I noticed how young the roster is for Waupaca.
Yes.
And in fact, just to dress out their varsity, they got about 3 girls that just got done playing on the JV game that joined the varsity squad. Ripon starts a senior, 2 juniors, and 2 sophomores.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you're looking at a considerable younger squad with a sophomore, a senior, a senior, and then another senior. So I guess it's not that bad. But if you look at the roster, they got a couple more sophomores and a freshman, in fact.
Yep.
Comets do.
So we are about to get underway here as the tip-off is, and the Comets will start out with the ball. Giving it to Levine. Up top to Latau. Knocked away by Ripon.
Nice take.
Driving in, number 11, Cherapata
just with a great left hand down the lane line on a finish.
So now Naudolf with it on top, gives it to Lopez close, feeds it inside to Miller. Miller puts it up off the bank. Doesn't get that to fall as the Comets come down with that.
Bradley needed to stick her nose in there for the Tigers and get that loose ball.
So Cherapata with it now at the top of the key. Gives it to Litau. Inside to Waymeyer for the point.
That's a space eater right there.
So Lopez tries to drive in the lane. Nowhere to go. Puts it up hard off the glass as Waymeyer comes down with that. So Comets bring it across. Latau with it now at the top. Gives it off to Levine at the top of the key. Now back to Latau. Latau at the elbow. Tries to feed it into Waymeyer. Waymeyer can't get that one to fall as the Tigers come down with that. And they press it up hard. And there will be a quick foul.
Interesting approach. I like the way that Coach Nodolf has his Tigers attacking the defense with the dribble, not just settling for shots.
So Cherapata picks up her first foul as Miller goes to the line and puts down the first one.
Hey, Bella Miller's one heck of a free throw shooter. Coming into tonight, she's 21 of 26. She shoots almost 81% from the floor, and I just jinxed her.
So the Comets come down with that. Got Latau with it on top now. Gives it off to Levine on the far side in front of the Tigers bench. Levine looking to go someplace. Gives it back to Latau at the top for 3. And that's not going to fall as Nodolf comes down with that. Lopez brings it up for the Tigers as she's going to drive into the lane really hard, and she's going to get called with a charge.
Oh, I like the mindset, the way they're attacking.
Very aggressive.
If they can do it under control, they might be rewarded with free throws tonight.
So 16 minutes left on the clock. Waupaca leads 4-1. Levine with it on the far side. Gives it to Waymeyer.
Way to go to the floor.
And Nodolf down there to pick that up.
Yeah, she went to the floor, and that's what you got to do.
Bradley for 3.
I think she's got a better touch than her dad did. That's pretty.
So Waupaca to bring it up now. Latau at the top of the key. Gives it to Levine. On the close side, she's going to try and drive in the lane, and Nodolf knocks that out, and it's going to have
Nodolf,
Nodolf
was out of bounds.
Yeah,
that's too bad. It was a great pick by Nodolf, and then they had the advantage, but give credit to Comets for getting back on defense and blocking the baseline jumper.
So Latau brings it up. Gives it to Wagner. Wagner puts it up, can't get that to fall. Latau goes in to grab the rebound and draws the foul.
That's what I'm talking about. Number 22, Seattle Latau. She's only 5'6", but she came in flying and no box out. Now she'll shoot 2.
Bella Miller given that foul. So Littell puts the first one down, puts the second one down. Makes it 4-6 with 15 minutes left in the first half here. Lopez brings it up for the Tigers, gives it to Bradley, gives it to Miller on the far side. Miller looking to drive that baseline. Nowhere to go, gets collapsed on. Now Lopez with it at the top of the key. Shoots it over to Nodoff in the close corner here. Nodoff for two. As her foot was on the line and can't get that to fall. Quick bounce pass up to Littell. Littell trying to work it into Wiemeyer, and Wiemeyer's going to draw the foul.
Bettine is no matchup. No matchup whatsoever for Wiemeyer.
So Lucy Bettine going to pick up her first foul.
Yeah, she's going to need help on that. You're going to have to make a sandwich out of here. She fronted the post that time, a nice lob. The other thing you can do is the guard's on top. You can't make that entry pass so easy for the guard of Comets. You have to make that entry pass much more difficult, make her work for a living.
So Wiemeyer with the second one, and she puts that one down, giving her 4 points on the night so far. 8-4 with 14:35 on the clock. Lopez brings it up for the Tigers. Miller with it at the top of the key, gives it to Bradley on the far side. Bettine with it now. Gives it to Bradley again. Ripon working the outside of that three-point line. Lopez with it now from the near side, drives the lane and just gets shut down.
She's trying to split the defenders and it ain't happening. She needs one more dribble in there.
So Ripon will retain the ball. Lopez to inbound it.
Up screen.
So Bettine with it from the far side. Can't get that one to fall. Lopez. They're gonna.
Well, that's
like a foul.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Lopez's hustle forced number 4 for Waupaca, Levine, to foul her.
So Cherapata with her second foul.
Or number 11, I'm sorry. But I thought 4 was the one in the neighborhood. But the point is, because of her hustle, Lopez's hustle, she's rewarded.
So checking in for the Comets, number 23, Cecilia Harms. As we continue play here, Miller with it, trying to drive the lane. And they're going to say she walked.
Boy, yeah. Okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to attack with the dribble, but they're out of control.
So Waupaca with it now, brings it across. Littell with it at the top, gives it off to Levine. Levine looking to drive.
That's a walk.
And she's going to get called on the walk.
Yep.
So another turnover. As Ripon brings the ball up. Bradley with it now on the near side. She's going to try and drive. Little jump shot. Can't get that to fall as the Comets come down with that once again.
The ball screens by Ripon are late. The person with the ball has to wait until the screen is set.
So Harms with it now on top. Gives it off to Wagner.
Good defense.
Littell with it now in the close side. Gives it to Harms at the top.
It's 8-4 Waupaca.
Gives it over to the far side. Over to Wagner. Littell going to try and drive, and they're going to say a jump ball.
Great job to close that lane off. That might have been Miller. I'm not sure. There was 2 Lady Tigers in there. One of them got credited for grabbing that leather. Change of possession goes to the Tigers. They're down 8-4, 13:05 remaining in the first half.
So Lopez brings it up for the Tigers. Gives it to Bradley on the far side. Bradley's going to work around to the top. Gives it to Nodoff for 3. And that's off the front of the rim as Littell comes down with that. And she's got speed. And for the easy bucket.
Very athletic. Very much under control.
So the Tigers presses it back up. Lopez with it. She's going to try and drive in again, and she gets stopped. Miller's there for the rebound, but draws the foul.
I think Lopez is getting hip checked, to be honest with you. I think there's some fouls there. Just because you stick your arms up in the air doesn't mean you're not fouling. But if they're not going to call that, then go ahead and keep sliding into the dribbler.
So Harms called with that foul.
Number 3,
As number 3 checks in for the Comets, Olivia Grawl.
What would also help Lopez is development of that left hand. She's just a junior, and she needs to work on the off season, develop her offhand. It'll just open up her game amazingly so because she's so athletic with her feet.
So Levine with it on top now, gives it to Littau. Littau works it into Weimer.
Number 54.
So that's what they do. They feed the block, and Ripon doesn't have the matchups for that.
So Lopez with it now. She's got an open
There.
lane, and there's, yeah,
Finally.
you're right. You can see the hip check there
Yeah.
from Weimer.
Right.
So
Lopez, great job of acceleration when she realized that there was a lane for her.
So Ripon will inbound it from the baseline. Lopez to inbound. She gets it up top to Nodoff. Nodoff working it around, gives it to Miller. Miller's looking to work in on that far side of the lane. Kisses it off the glass, but
Nice.
can't get that to fall as Bettine got a hand in there to knock it away. And
Great
Lopez
job by
gets it.
Bettine to keep it alive for Lopez to run it down.
So Miller with it now to Bradley. Over to Nodoff on the far side. Nodoff going to try and drive that lane, and they're going to say no good. She traveled.
I'll tell you what, I think Coach Nodoff has a good point to be made. There was no travel there. That is what you call a dribble jump stop, and it's I don't understand it.
So Waupaca will inbound it.
Especially with the invention of the Euro step that they allow now. That's still a walk. It just looks prettier, so they don't call it.
Littau with it, going to drive that far side of that lane as she gets stripped by Lopez, and Lopez pushes it up to Miller. Miller's going to get a one-on-one, and she gets the easy bucket.
I'll tell you, she had 3 navy blue jerseys all around her, but she knew what to do. Great focus by Miller.
So Littau brings it up, gives it over to Grawl. Harms with it now, trying to work that baseline. And they're going to say off a foot.
She tried a bounce pass, and it went off the foot of one of the Tigers, so they'll inbound on their baseline.
So checking in for the Tigers, number 3, Cassidy Motter.
Ball, you can't let her, okay, good job. They hit the safety valve.
There's Harms for 3, can't get that to fall as Bettine comes down with that one.
That's what Ripon needs to do, get a lot of those one and dones.
So Motter's going to not Motter, sorry. Bradley puts up the 3. Can't get that to fall.
Good effort by Miller, I think that was, trying to save it.
Yeah.
Hit that iron, remember, long shots, long rebounds. 12-8, Waupaca, 11 minutes remaining in the first half.
So Littau brings it up for the Comets. Pressed heavily. Over to the far side to Grawl. Working it inside, now back out to Grawl. Gives it to Littau on top for 3, and that's off the front of the rim, and Motter's going to come down with that one.
Boy, what a nice
And
box
look
out.
at, yeah.
Nice box out by Motter on the shooter.
So Nodolf brings it up for the Tigers, gives it to Motter down in the near corner. She's going to try and drive towards the baseline, and
there you go.
Going to get another
hip check.
foul. Yeah, well, that was looking like a hockey game.
Yeah, that'll go on Levine.
That'll be on number 4, Olivia Levine.
Levine, Avril Levine, her cousin, outstanding singer. That's my joke for the night.
Yeah.
Evidently not too funny. Okay.
So, Motter puts that one down.
Off the heel of the iron. And Ripon was trying to save it. It was off of Waupaca, but it hit out of bounds.
So it's going to be a Ripon ball.
Before, yeah, Ripon touched it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Good call by the official.
So Nodolf inbounds it, gives it to Motter at the top of the key, works it into Bettine. Out to Nodolf to Bettine. Can't get that to fall as Nodolf comes in and gets the garbage.
Ripon doing a great job on the offensive boards tonight here early on in the contest.
No Motter with it down in the near corner.
We're kind of showing,
gives it to Nodolf.
kind of beating Waupaca.
Nodolf with a little step jump shot. Count it.
Dribble relocate, about a 14-footer, and that pulls them within 1 with 11 minutes or 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
So Littau with it now. Gives it off to Levine. Levine works it inside to Waymeyer.
Don't foul the shooter. as the coach is demonstrating, go straight up, make her shoot over the top. But don't foul the shooter.
That foul on the team.
Yeah, because they're going to get in trouble here with personal fouls.
At Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, you can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full-service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile. So checking in.
The team came out for the Tigers. Got a missed free throw. They're going to call it a jump ball. It'll stay down at this end with Waupaca. Cliffs Tire and Battery drive the roads in the lane with confidence all season long. Get ready for the road trip of adventure. Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
So Levine drives that in and
on the inbounds.
The bucket.
Yeah, Ripon should have zoned the basket, and they didn't. Smart inbounds play by the Comets.
So Nodolf will bring it across for the Tigers. Gives it to Motter on the far side. Miller with it now. They're looking to drive in. Kicks it out to Motter. Motter going to drive that
you don't want
to
stay away from that baseline. There's nothing good's going to happen there.
So the Comets quickly pushing it up. Littau to Waymeyer. Waymeyer gives it back outside to Littau. Littau for a little jumper. Can't get that to fall.
Littau, very athletic, probably the best on the team. She shoots a very impressive jump shot.
So Miller quickly puts it up, and Bradley drops the three.
That was a great pass. Hit her right in the hands, right in her target hands, and she didn't have to reach for it. Caught it and let it fly.
So Harms with it now, gives it off to Grawl. Littau with it at the top.
Ripon within one.
Levine working it inside to try to get it to Waymeyer, but
32 Avery Downs on the court for Ripon.
So checking in for the Tigers, number 32, Avery Downs.
I tell you, number 4 for the Tigers. She played in the JV game, played aggressive, and she's blocking shots now or entry passes.
So Miller to bring it across for the Tigers. Downs with it, gives it off to Nodolf. Bradley to Downs for three, and that's short as Nodolf is there for the garbage, but can't get that to fall. There's going to be a Waupaca timeout.
The garbage, you say?
Yeah. Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers, great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or go to lamers.com/careers. So 8:13 on the clock. Waupaca leads 15-14.
I'll tell you, Ripon girls are right now, at least in the first 12 minutes of this game, close to 12, they're taking Waupaca, they're taking a page right out of their success story, and that's rebounding.
Yeah,
I've seen, this is the best I've seen the Ripon girls rebound on both ends of the court. And they're starting to challenge the entry passes much better than they did at the start of the game.
So Waupaca inbounds it. Littau with it. Brings it to the top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go. Gives it to Harms. Works it over to Levine. Levine on the work in the paint. Grawl with it now. Gives it to Littau at the top.
She's the one you got to stop.
Yep. And she does a little spin around jumper. Can't get that to fall. And Ripon comes down with it. As Nodolf will bring it across for the Tigers. Bradley with it now on the near side. To Miller at the top. Over to Downs. Down to Nodolf in the far corner. Nodolf takes a step inside with a little jumper. Can't get that to fall. And the Comets come down with that one. Littau now brings it across. Gives it to Harms. Harms looking to drive into the paint. Dumps it off to Littau. Littau for a little jumper. Can't get that to fall as we're going to get a foul against Waupaca. And that is going to be on number 54, Waymeyer.
14 and 11 coming in. This is Chirapata and and Wagner.
So Cherapata and Wagner step back in.
Back on the court. 15, Studinsky.
Macy Studinsky checks in for the Comets, and Lopez for the Tigers.
I tell you, nothing like getting 4 wins to give you confidence. Because this is a different Ripon team. Just their presence on the floor.
So Downs with it now on the near side. Works it inside.
Look at that. Kovalevsky, the one on the JV squad, they brought her up.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, what a great pick and roll that was to give Ripon their first lead of the game.
So there was Wagner with a little shot. Can't
There's
get that to fall.
Kovalevsky again with the rebound.
So Miller can't get that to fall as she tries to drive that baseline.
Miller with a great move on a stop-and-go dribble.
Levine with it now on the far side in front of Tigers bench.
Offensive.
Drive,
You bet.
and she is going to definitely call that.
What great help.
Yeah.
Help defense slid down to the baseline. She took one for the team.
Well, Miller did a nice job of just planting them feet.
I think that was Avery Downs that took the shot. 32. Nice job.
So Lopez brings it up for the Tigers. Gives it to Bradley. Kovalevsky in the far corner. Downs from the charity stripe. Count it.
Look at that.
Makes it 18-15. Ripon leads with 6 minutes left on the clock.
Remember, they took the lead at about the 6:20 mark. First lead of the game.
Levine with it now on the close side, trying to work the paint. Dumps it off to Litau. Working it inside, nowhere to go with it. As
Nice.
Studinsky can't get that to fall.
With the theft.
Miller kind of loses the dribble there, and Bradley can't get that three-pointer to drop.
Yeah, she kind of rushed it. There was nobody coming out on her when she got that loose ball.
There
Nice
is
dig.
Cherapata.
I got to watch Cherapata to see if she's actually left-handed or that good with her offhand, because it was a great move down the lane line. Scoop with the left, sweet off the glass.
So Lopez with her second foul. That's 5 team fouls.
If she converts here, Cherapata, on the three-point play, that'll tie the game at the 5:32 mark.
So Nodolf checks back in for the Tigers.
And she does. Tie game.
Nodolf with it now. Miller, count it. Easy little 2 points.
Nice penetration dribble by Nodolf. Draw the defense, dribble, drive, and dish to an open Miller for they reclaim the lead, 20-18.
So Levine with it on the far side. Gives it to Wagner. Wagner tries to drive and is going to draw the foul.
Yeah, that'll go against Downs. You got to take your feet with you. She got beat off the first dribble. Got to get better defensive position. She wasn't squared up on her to begin with. Get a timeout called by Ripon. I think it's not a bad time to take a timeout. 5:02 remaining in the first half. Ripon up 20-18.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry.
Webster's Express is a convenient way to get the grocery items you need without leaving your own car or even your house. Order online at webstersmarketplace.com for contactless pick up or full service delivery. That's webstersmarketplace.com.
I'd like to give a little thanks to everybody listening on the Ripon channel, watching on the Ripon channel tonight, and listening on 93.1 FM and AM 1600 WRPN.
Your hometown station.
So Wagner goes to the line and drops the first one.
We all need a few good signs, graphic sign and letter, and Ripon creates eye-catching, compelling graphics for your business, banners for your events, vehicle and boat lettering to capture attention with style and taste, increasing your visibility since 1985.
So Wagner misses the second one. Tigers bring it up. Downs with it now on the near side. Gives it to Bradley.
Oh, nice screen.
But Miller looking to work inside. Nice little move. Can't get that one to fall.
Boy, that sophomore has some nice footwork and nice soft hands. Miller.
So Cherapata brings it up, drives it, and can't get that to fall. Wagner trying to go through. Now Wiemeyer out to Levine. Littell with it, going to drive that paint, take that little jump shot, and count it.
Wow. She has the jump shot, the physicality of a much older athlete than what she is showing right there. That's extremely impressive jump shot, dribble jump stop.
So Bradley with it now at the top of the key, looking to drive.
Waupaca back up on with 4 minutes left, 21-20.
Kovalevsky with it. Now Bradley for three. Can't get that to fall as Cherapata comes down with that. Levine.
And a walk.
And they're going to get, yep.
Oh, what a selfless play on a 2-on-2 break. Ripon doing a great job of getting back and creating that turnover.
So Bradley will bring it up for the Tigers as they give it to Downs on the far side to Nodoff at the top of the key. Miller now with it. Miller looking to go someplace. Nowhere to go. Gonna try and drive the far side of that lane. Puts it hard up off the glass. Can't get that one to fall.
No, they're doing a good job, Waupaca. Space Eaters have just one and done against the Tigers.
So Littell with it now. There's Cherapata with it. Can't get that three to fall. As Ripon pushes it up. Miller with it now in the far corner. In the nowhere to go. Dumps it off to Nodoff. Nodoff gives it to Downs at the top of the key. Bradley with it.
Wow.
Miller with it for two as she was just inside the line.
Good rotation of the ball. Good ball reversal. Nice baseline shot. Ripon up by a single point now with 2:45 remaining.
So Wagner tries to drive in the lane and can't get that one to fall.
And what a difference Kovalevsky coming up from the JV squad is making here in the first half in this game. Another rebound by the sophomore.
There's Bradley, can't get that one to fall.
I'm saying sophomore, I'm guessing. We don't have it in the program.
And there is Cherapata, tries to get that across and up. Nowhere to go.
Good board by Nodoff, and then the reach by the Waupaca player.
So Cherapata given a foul. That's her third one, team seventh.
That's huge.
Yeah,
she leads the team with a double-double, averages 12 points and about 10 boards a game. And that's her, you're right, Casey, for her to pick up that third with 2 minutes left in the first.
So that sends Nodoff to the line for a 1-and-1.
Savannah Waymeyer, she's the one that's eating up the lane that's causing all the difficulties for Ripon. On the one and done, she boxes out well and she gets the rebounds on both ends. If they can figure out what to do with her, Ripon has a really good chance to come out of here with a win.
Nodoff puts down the first one. Can't make the second one, but there's Kovalevsky.
That was 20. Is that? Is that Bauman?
23. That's Carissa Bauman. Didn't see her checking in, but there for the points. As Wagner tries to drive that baseline and steps out of bounds.
You know, Ripon comes in tonight with, they allow 8 more steals than their opponents this season. But right now, they seem to be doing a reversal roll against their opponent.
So Miller starts with it on the far side in front of the Waupaca bench. Gives it to Nodoff. Littell playing Nodoff really close. Nodoff trying to work it under. Gives it to Miller for a little jumper. Can't get that to fall. Miller.
Good call. I like that call by the official. He could have called a foul.
He could have.
But they were both going for it.
Yep.
And so he gives it to Ripon. They'll stay down here. 1:37 remaining. Ripon by 4 prior to the halftime.
Nodoff inbounds it. Gives it to Miller now. Miller puts it up hard over the rim. They put it back out. There's Downs. Tries. And there's a quick up by Levine.
Saw a lot of that last night in the boys' game.
Yeah, we did.
With Watertown Luther Prep.
Very fast-paced game.
Ripon boys won by 12. We got 1:11 left.
Bradley can't get that one to fall as she kisses it off the glass.
Yeah, short on the iron on the layup.
So Littell brings it up for the Comets. Gives it to Harms. Harms can't get that one to fall as Ripon comes down with another rebound. They quickly push it up to Bella Miller.
Oh.
Miller with it now on the far side. Gives it to Nodoff.
Good ball movement.
Down in the corner to Bauman. There's Bradley. Can't get that as it's hard off the glass.
She needs to set herself behind the line with the feet set at the rim. So when she catches, boom, she can shoot it right away from the three.
We're going to say Littell traveled.
Another turnover. Ripon needs to make hay right now with 32.5 seconds left at halftime. I will be speaking with head coach Steve Brooks for the Ripon Tiger boys team. They're off to a great start. They're in second place all by themselves right now in the conference.
So Ripon has it now. Bauman with it on the far side. Gives it to Nodoff at the top of the key. Nodoff trying to work it as she gets stuck underneath the basket, and Bauman is going to draw the foul.
Excuse me, foul by Bauman. That's not what you want to do, that many feet away from the rim. 18.5 seconds left. Waupaca now with free throws with a chance to tie the game on the bonus.
So Wiemeyer goes to the line. And she gets ready to put up first one. And
we're going to have a lane violation.
Yep.
They're going to stay down here. Sponsor of the next Ripon High School basketball game. Give Todd Sharp a call at 920-960-4569 at Hometown Radio.
So Wiemeyer gets a second attempt and can't get that to fall.
Same result, and Bradley will reel it in.
Yeah. She's going to try and push it up real quick. Miller with it now at 10 seconds on the clock. Miller's going to drive and going to draw the foul.
That's a great example of putting pressure on the defense with your offense. Good transition, nice pass out on the wing by Bradley to, I think that's Miller. And she took a nice baseline attempt, was fouled, and she'll shoot two.
So that foul given to Levine, that's her third one.
This doesn't surprise me about Waupaca and their fouls. It's been that way for decades. They play hard, they play aggressive. She makes it.
Oh, Miller misses the second one.
Oh, but look at that hustle by the freshman Bauman. She's gonna go to the free throw line and shoot two. What great footwork by Bauman. They're up by 3, a chance to improve on that lead with 6.5 seconds remaining in the half.
So Grawl credited with that foul, and Bauman puts down the first of her free throws.
Nothing but net.
And she puts up the second one, and it rolls in. Makes it 28-23. Ripon leads.
And they're even going to get a
Harms
shot.
Brings it up. Littell puts up a deep three and can't get that one to fall. So that's where the first half will end. Ripon leads Waupaca 28-23. We'll be back with the halftime report in just a few minutes. the edge of the court there.
What do we got for time? We'll go about 4 minutes or so. Now in the Tiger Den at halftime of the girls' game is head coach Steve Brooks of the Ripon Boys Tigers basketball team. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Great. Hey, it's kind of fun to do this, and it's a chance for the listeners and the viewers to kind of catch up to what the head coach is thinking and what's going on with your ball club. Right now, you're in sole possession of second place with a 2-game lead over Kettle Moraine Lutheran, a team that you went into their house Friday night and came away with a victory.
Yeah, you know, we've got 10 games in, and we're lucky to have those considering of COVID and everything. We've been playing well, we're getting better, and coming off of a couple of big wins the last few days.
Yeah. Hey, I read the article when you talked to the local reporter early in the year. You came back this year with just 3 varsity experienced players, and yet you find yourself with just a single loss behind the undefeated Panthers of Plymouth. Mm-hmm. How do you like that development so far with your ball club? How's it going, and what are your biggest concerns?
You know, coming in, we knew that we'd have to develop these kids on the fly. You know, we didn't have a lot of practice time to get ready, and we knew that we were going to have to get them some game experience and work through some kinks, and I think we've done that. We're continuing to grow, but I'm really happy with the progress. The 3 returners, Riley, Grant, and Garrett, are you know, stepping up and leading us, and the kids who haven't had that experience are filling in those spots and doing a really good job so far.
Yeah, and you and I were talking last night during the JV boys game when you guys, before you defeated Watertown Luther Prep, about the schedule, the way the conference schedule worked out for you in particular. You guys were road warriors, and now you're going to get some home cooking down the stretch of the second half of the year.
For sure. You know, we had a lot of early away games, which was okay. Honestly, I knew that we'd have the teams coming back, and we've played well enough to be in a position in sole possession of second place, you know, to hold serve on our home court and hopefully contend for a conference championship later in the season.
Yeah, and then finally, but we'll wrap up here, and that is, you went into Waupaca, you were down by 17 earlier in the year, about a month ago, and you were down by 17, you scratched and clawed, you came back. Schneider at the time had a career high 28, and then your son Riley, they came up with a great inbounds play and had a buzzer beater. How do you look for those Wolves to come in with an attitude Thursday night into this gym?
They're definitely going to be hungry. You know, I think they felt like we stole one from them on their court.
Oh, Coach, I assure you, you did.
You know, and they're well coached. They play hard. They got some really good kids. Hunter Engels is one of the best kids in our conference. So we're going to have to be ready, and you know, hopefully we'll do all right.
Okay. Hey, COVID bump. Thanks for your time, Coach, and good luck Thursday night. We'll be here.
Thank you.
And I'm Marty Ernser, and we'll be right back for the second half action of the Ripon High School girls.
Welcome back to Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon Channel, 93.1 FM and AM 1600 WRPN, your hometown network. We'll go through some quick stats here. Scoring-wise for the Tigers, Bella Miller has 10, followed by Allison Bradley with 6, and Carissa Bauman with 4. Over on the other side, the Comets leader, Savannah Weimeyer with 7, Seattle Letau with 6, and Finley Cheraparta with 5. As we start back here underway, the Tigers with the ball here. Bettine with it now on the close side, tries to work the baseline. Miller with it now, gonna try and work that same baseline, pops it back out top to Miller from the, Bettine from the elbow.
Boy, she's got a nice shot. You know, she's taken only 3 3-pointers, Casey, and she's made 2 of those 3 this season.
So the Comets bring it across, Letau with it now. Gives it off to Wagner. Up to Grawl, working it inside to Wagner.
Oh, way to wall up by Nodolf.
Letau with it now at top, working it into Waymeyer. Then Waymeyer with that.
And let me tell you, the battleship, they have no answer for her. She's got nice soft hands.
So Nodolf with it for the Tigers, gives it to Bradley on the far side. Miller with a nice little pick. Miller with it now, gonna try and drive that baseline, puts it up and is gonna draw the foul.
I have not seen the Ripon girls team attack with the dribble like I've seen tonight, and under control. And they're getting to the free throw line.
So Harms with that as it sends Miller to the line. And she puts down the first one.
Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or at golamers.com/careers.
So Miller puts down the second one. As
look at that.
As the Tigers strip the ball very quickly, and Bradley puts it up. Going to put it in, and Lopez is going to get called with the travel.
Isabella Miller with the theft. Much more aggressive on the defensive end, the most aggressive I've seen the Lady Tigers this season.
So the Comets will bring it up. Letau with the ball.
32-25, just underway in the second half. Ripon with the lead.
So Wiemeyer. There's Wagner with it underneath. Can't get that one to roll in as Bettine comes down with that one.
Great double team.
Nodolf pushes it up to Miller. Miller's going to drive in, and she's going to kiss it off the glass and can't get that to fall in. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, and another over the top of the rim.
Boy, I love the aggressiveness of Miller. Just a sophomore. A puppy.
So Letau with it now. Gives it off to Harms. Working it inside to Wiemeyer.
Look at that double team. Wiemeyer had to kick it out.
And Letau can't get that little jumper to fall as Nodolf comes down with that one.
Ripon's half-court adjustment obviously has been to not let Wiemeyer have her way down on the block, and they're doing a good job of it with the double teams.
Yeah, and Nodolf drives in and draws the foul.
I think Ripon is discovering for themselves. it's an evolution of the game for them.
So Grawl with that foul. Lopez with the ball now. She's going to try and put it up and can't get that to fall. Letau comes down with that.
She's got to be frustrated right now. A lot of grabbing.
Bettine's going to get a cheap little foul called against her.
Well, first, I got a problem with what they allowed when Lopez was attacking, coming across the lane, and we had a great view of it. No call. And then that little ticky-tacky thing.
So Letau with it now. Tries to drive in the lane. Stops short. Gives it off to Grawl. Grawl then gives it to Wagner. Wagner drives in and can't get that to fall.
I think that was blocked by Bella Miller of the Tigers.
So checking in for the Tigers, number 4, Kowalewski, and number 23, Bauman.
The two super underclassmen, I'll tell you. And what this surprise, what a delight this Kowalewski player is. Very aggressive on the defensive end.
So checking in for Waupaca, Cherapada, and Levine. As Levine gets the ball inbounded to her right away. Stops her dribble, picks it up, gives it to Letau. Letau now tries to drive in the lane. Can't get that to fall, gets her own rebound. Still can't do it, and Bauman comes down with that one.
Boy, they're letting them play, aren't they, Case?
Yes, they are. So Bauman quick up top, and she is not going to be able to handle that pass from Nodolf. She gets her own
Going to get a timeout call by Coach.
So
Over for Ripon. Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
Hey, Webster's Marketplace is proud to be your locally owned and operated grocery store since 1987 with an in-store bakery, full production deli, fresh meat department with an in-store smokehouse. We look forward to serving you. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23, West in Ripon.
Drive with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
At Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, you can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile.
So Ripon to inbound it. Up top to Bradley. Nodoff at the top of the key. Gives it to Bauman on the far side, then Miller at the top of the key again. Miller looking to go in, dribbles it, gives it to Nodoff.
You know, their half-court structure looks good, too.
Nodoff going to drive and draw the foul.
Yeah, that goes against Levine.
And
Levine.
Then that will be her fourth.
32-25 Ripon with about, what, they played just a little over 3 minutes here
Yeah.
in the second half.
So Ripon to inbound it. Bauman gives it up top to Nodoff. Nodoff works it inside to Bauman. Bauman turn around, can't get that to fall off the glass.
Great look by Nodoff.
So Littell brings it up for the Tigers as she is double teamed.
Oh, got away with a walk.
And there's a little jumper by Wagner.
Great job by Ripon, though. They're taking away Wiemeyer in the middle so far to start here early on in the second half.
So Bradley with it now, going to take that three. Hard off the glass as
Look who
Miller.
kept it alive,
Yeah,
Kowaleski.
Kowaleski, and then Miller gets it, and neither can get that to fall.
I love,
Waupaca comes down with it.
I just love the energy and the aggressiveness by this Ripon ball club tonight.
So Wagner with it on the far side, works it into Waymeyer, who is going to draw the foul. That is going to be on Kowaleski. That is going to be her first. Fortify Bank is grown Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a slam dunk for you and our community. FDIC member.
And she made those free throws, and she's only a 41% free throw shooter, Savannah Waymeyer for Waupaca. That makes it 32-29, 14:07 remaining in the game. Ripon on top.
So Lopez checks in and will bring the ball across for the Tigers. She is going to try and drive in. Nowhere to go. Gives it all the way across to Kowaleski. Kowaleski gets blocked, and Bauman under there to pick up the garbage and can't get that to fall.
She was too far under the rim. Couldn't hit the window, but she knocks it away.
And it is going to be a Ripon ball as
well. What great hustle by Bauman after missing that easy layup. Hustle knocks the ball from behind, and Ripon gets rewarded with a turnover.
So Lopez will bring it up for the Tigers. Bradley with it now on the far side. Gives it into Kowaleski. Kowaleski double teamed. They're going to say
there's the foul.
Foul's been called on number 14, Wagner for Waupaca.
So Wagner going to pick up her first foul of the game, as Lopez will get set to inbound it for the Tigers and gives it to Bradley, and Bradley with a quick three-point shot, and that can't get that to fall.
Look at
Kowaleski grabs that one, and Nodoff, little slippage there.
Yep.
Bradley now with it. Nodoff in the near corner here.
It's not there. Yep.
Bauman at top. Lopez now all the way over to Bradley. Bradley's going to try and drive. Dishes it back out to Lopez. Inside to Kowaleski, who can't get that to fall.
What a great find by Lopez.
That it was. As the Comets bring it back up, and Bradley tips that one away as Cherapata tries to drive and can't get that to fall. And
oh, wait a minute. You got to call a kick.
Kowaleski is just in there on every play tonight.
Well, first time I've seen her play varsity.
So Waupaca's ball. They say jump ball.
I don't know how long, if she came up tonight or if she came up earlier, because I haven't done the girls' game.
So
Dribble
Cherapata with
relocate.
it now. Can't get that to fall.
Weak side rebound by Kowaleski. Who else? Ripon
So
holding
Nodal.
on to a 3-point lead.
Nodal quick pushes it up to Bauman. Bauman into the land of blue and nowhere to go with that.
I like her aggressiveness. She keeps doing that. She's going to get a whistle.
So bringing it up for the Comets is Harms. Littell with a deep three now. Can't get that to fall as
else?
Kowaleski comes down with another one.
This girl should have been up sooner. I love, boy, she knows where to be on those rebounds.
So Nodolf brings it up. She's going to take a little pop shot from inside the three line and can't get that to fall. As the Comets will bring it back across half court. Harms with it now, going to drive. Gives it to Cherapata. Littell with it now at the top of the key. Inside to
Straight up.
Wiemeyer to Cherapata.
That's a silly foul by Lopez.
Yeah.
She was fouled from behind by Lopez. He was out of control. Got to be smart out there. Don't help him out. 11:55 remaining, 32-29, Ripon.
So Littell goes to the line.
We all need a few good signs, graphic sign and letter, and Ripon creates eye-catching, compelling graphics for your business. Banners for your events, vehicle and boat lettering to capture attention with style and taste. Increasing your visibility since 1985, graphic sign.
It's a slam dunk. I meant dunk. Radio advertising gets heard. Call Hometown Broadcasting at 920-960-4569.
Missed that free throw, Kowaleski with the board. Who else?
So Ripon with it now. Miller with it on the far side. Gives it to Downs in the way far corner. Gives it to Patine. Patine can't get that one to fall. As the Comets will bring it up. Quickly pushed up to Harms.
Nice
Nowhere
defense
to
by
go.
Miller.
Cherapata for three. Count it.
Nice shot, Cherapata. Remember, she left with 3 fouls in the first half. They reclaimed the lead, Waupaca, by 1 with that shot.
So Nodolf with it now. And she gets stripped as Cherapata is going to get the easy layup.
Basketball's a game of runs, and right now it's in the favor of Waupaca, going up 35-20-32, I should say, at the 11-minute mark. Meet the pass.
So Nodolf with it now. Now Downs with it. Nodolf into the near corner. Gives it inside to Miller. Miller tries to put it up, and she gets blocked as the Comets come down with that one.
Might have rushed that one a bit.
So Littell with it. Now gives it to Harms. Harms trying to work it into that paint, and they're going to say she traveled.
Yeah, and give credit to who else? The senior, number 13, Nodolf. She slid down off her person, double-teamed it, forced her to drag that foot.
So I'd like to thank everybody out there on listening to the Ripon channel on YouTube and watching the video. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out.
I went tubing down the College Hill with the grandkids a week ago.
Nice.
But you're talking a different kind of YouTube, aren't you?
I am. So with that timeout.
Hey, I'll tell you what. The Ripon Area School District celebrates its students, staff, parents for rising to the challenges of the school year. We are so proud of all of you and your continued efforts to keep each other safe and working with us to provide as many opportunities for our students as possible during this unprecedented time. Thank you to our Ripon community for your continued support of your school district. Together, Ripon roars. Go Tigers!
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry.
Fortified Bank is growing Wisconsin, one person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifiedbank.com to see how banking locally is a slam dunk for you and our community. Member FDIC.
So 10:35 left in the ball game here. Waupaca leads 35-32 as we come out of this timeout here. Real aggressive playing tonight, Marty. I am very impressed with both these teams as Ripon inbounds it here.
Ripon's a different ball club from earlier in the year.
So Bettine with it now on the far side in front of the Tiger bench. Gives it to Kowaleski.
And she's going to shoot two. Good no dribble on a nice baseline entry pass. I'm not sure if that was Bettine that got it to her. And then she just pivoted under pressure on the block and then waited for the double team. Went up for a shot attempt and was fouled from behind.
Yep. So that foul on Cherapata, that is her 4th. Kowaleski puts that first one down.
Number 2, Nickel comes on the court for the Comets.
So checking in for the Comets, number 2, Emmy Nickel. And Kowaleski puts up the second one.
Look at that.
It's no good.
Good job not to foul by the Ripon player, Miller.
So Littell brings it up and gives it to Nickel right away, and Nickel is going to put it up, get the points, and draw the foul.
Yeah, that's the right call, too. She was bumped on the way up. The ball gently fell through the hoop. Floral Expressions is your full-service floral shop located right in Webster's Marketplace. From centerpieces to an entire wedding set, Floral Expressions is here to help. Contact our floral team for your next delivery or set up a consult at Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
So Bettine picks up her 4th foul here as Ripon brings it up, and Downs is called for a travel as she drugged the pivot foot.
This is where that was an unforced turnover too. This is where you got to gather yourself and just take a chill pill, if you will, and get back to what you've been doing, which is a lot of good stuff tonight on both ends of the court if you're the Tigers.
So Haley Krumnauer checks in for the Tigers.
There's a little bit of a reach in on Ripon, I think, on the pass, non-shooting. They'll inbound under their basket under 10 minutes remaining. Ripon now has fallen behind by 4. And remember, this Waupaca team only has 1 loss on the year, and that's to the powerhouse Freedom.
So quickly inbounded as Nickel tries to put that up and gets 2 points.
What a nice little teardrop running floater by her. Ripon's at critical stage now, down by a half dozen.
So Ripon will bring it up. Now you got Miller on top with it. She looks to drive in at the charity stripe. She puts it up hard off the glass.
That almost went in on that spin move by Miller.
And the Comets will bring it across. Littell with it now. Gives it across to Nickel. Nickel pushes it inside to Waymeyer. Waymeyer can't get that to fall.
Good defense.
Nodolf comes down with that.
That was very nice defense by 33 for the Lady Tigers. That's Krumnauer.
So Miller can't get her 3 to fall. She's going to take another chance on that baseline, drives it in, floats that up.
Great offensive rebounds by Ripon. Remember, they come in averaging 29, 43 rebounds a game by Waupaca. That's crazy stuff, but Ripon holding their own tonight.
So Littell's going to press it up and into the paint and get the easy point.
Boy, she's got game. I mean, she's just got the whole everything. She's got very strong with the ball, seems to have all the moves, and really has a great jump shot.
So Nodolf tries to drive it in. There's Downs for 2 as she was right on the line.
Oh, you got to set yourself up. You need those extra points. 41-37, 8:20 remaining in the game. Ripon trailing.
Harms tries to work that inside, and it's going to end up being a jump ball.
That goes to Ripon.
And it does. So Bradley and Lopez check back into the game.
Yeah. Krumnauer and Downs take a breather. And given that everyone's wearing a mask, believe me, when you're taking a breather, you're really taking a breather.
Yes, you are. So Lopez brings it up, gives it off to Nodolf. Nodolf looking for somewhere to go with it, so she's going to try and move it in. Gives it to Bauman. Now to Miller on the near side. Lopez at the top of the key, working it into Miller. Miller down in the paint. She's going to put it up off the glass.
Boy, she on the attack mode. Here, I was going to say Nodolf. They're not going to challenge you on the 3. Go ahead and you got a nice 3-point shot, but wow, Miller did better.
Littell brings it up now, gives it off to Grawl. Grawl gives it to Harms. Back up to Wagner at the top of the key, gives it to...
And Bauman, she missed on the 3. Bauman gets the rebound. Ripon with a chance to tie or take the lead.
So Nodolf's going to take that 3, and it's going to be short.
Short, went off the foot of Bella Miller.
Yeah.
And so it's 7:26 remaining. Waupaca up 41-39. Members of the Eastern, or the East Northern Conference, used to be old ECC foes.
I had a hard time finding them on Wish Sports today. I couldn't find their conference. So Littell with it inside the paint, going to turn around, spin jumper, can't get that to fall as Miller comes down with it. So Bradley with it now on the far side, gives it to Bauman now. Bauman's going to try and press in, and it's going to be hard off the glass and can't get that to roll in.
Great footwork, though. Great feet. Takes after her mother.
Littell with the ball now as full timeout taken by Waupaca.
Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or at golamers.com/careers. That's Lamers Bus.
At Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, you can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full-service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile.
Drive the roads and the lane with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventures from Cliffs Tire and Battery. West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. That's Cliffs Tire and Battery. And with 6:53 remaining, Waupaca 41, Ripon 39. Waupaca, members of the, what do we call it, the Northeastern Conference,
yes,
with their 4-1 record. Like I said, they got taken to the woodshed for their only conference loss this season to the Irish of Freedom.
Yes.
And Mel Gibson, that's where he went to high school, I believe. Give me freedom. And so Waupaca's program, girls program, is coming along quite nicely.
So Waupaca will inbound the ball. Littell going to put it deep down to Waymeyer, who is in the paint, who's going to put it up and can't get that to fall as it'll bounce out of bounds and Ripon ball.
I can't tell you, this Ripon team fighting on the boards the way they are tonight. I haven't seen anything
close to this. This is a totally
this.
different team than we saw last year.
It's amazing what 4 wins will do.
Lopez with a little jump shot from the elbow and gets that one to fall.
I assume she's smiling through her mask because, I don't think she called bank shot on that, but we'll take it. That ties the game with 6.5 minutes remaining.
So Littell brings it up, gives it off to Wagner. Wagner going to try and drive along that baseline, and Lopez is going to steal it,
Push it. Get down there before Waymeyer. You got numbers.
So inside Kowalski. Kowalski gets it off the basket. So going to draw the foul and count the basket. And that is going to be on.
Wow.
So Wiemeyer going to pick up her third.
6:16 remaining. Ripon by 2. A chance for that three-point play by Kowalski.
So Malaya can't get the second one to fall. As the Comets bring it up.
There's a travel.
And Cherapata is going to travel again.
And let me tell you why she traveled. She dribbled, she stopped, dribble jump stop, and then she wanted to hit the outlet.
Yep.
Ripon saw it. I don't know who the player was, shot up the passing lane and made her hesitate and dragged that pivot foot.
So Lopez brings it up, dumps it off to Nodoff. Nodoff on the far side of the key. Going to try and drive in the lane there. Kisses it high off the glass and gets that to fall.
She goes left hand, splits the double team, dribble jump stop high off the glass to take that lead, increase that lead, 45-41.
So Littell works it inside quick to Levine, who gets the point.
Oh, Levine caught a back screen on the weak side. Ripon fell asleep in the lane. Uncontested layup to pull within 2, 5.5 minutes remaining.
So Nodoff with it now, gives it to Kowalski in the near corner. Kowalski gives it back to Bradley at the top of the key for 3 and can't get that one to fall as Lopez comes in and scrums for that one, gets the jump ball, and it will be Waupaca's possession.
5:22 remaining. Ripon holding on to a very narrow 2-point lead, 45-43. And here comes Waupaca looking to tie or take the lead.
Littell at the top of the key, gives it off to Wagner. Wagner gives it to Cherapata down in the near corner. Up top to Levine. To Littell, now working it inside. Waymeyer. Waymeyer throws a high up off the glass and can't get that to fall.
Because she got bothered on the shot by who else? Kowalski.
And Nodoff will bring it across for the Tigers. Trying to work it in the far side of the lane, gives it off to Lopez. Lopez going to drive right down the middle of the lane, and they're going to say a jump ball.
Absolutely, and that'll go with the Tigers. It's the right call. I like to see Lopez, I said it earlier, work and develop the left hand.
So Lopez to inbound it. Nodoff with it now on top. That's going to be 4-3, and it's short.
She didn't quite gather herself. I think she had her on the balls of her feet.
It looked like she wanted to take that step inside and drive, and then decided to step back.
And then when she was leaning back on that shot, Casey. She's a good three-point shooter. I think she was surprised how open she really was.
So Littau brings it up, gives it off to Levine. Levine with it in the near corner. Now Littau with it on the top of the key. She goes dribbling between the legs. Levine with it on the near side, gives it back up to Cherapata at the top of the key. Thought about driving, stops. Going to get around the side there against Kowalski, who gets the block, and Miller is there to scoop it up.
Boy, Bauman did a good job on her first and then switched off when she got beat to Kowalski, and you saw what happened with the block.
So Lopez now with it down in the corner on the near side. Looking inside to Kowalski. Kowalski in a land of blue, and Bradley takes a step inside the arc for two.
Beautiful inside-out basketball. Bradley finding the range with that one to go up 47-43, 3:45 remaining.
So Levine with it now on the near side of the key. Gives it to Littau on the far side. Littau is going to try and drive in the paint there, and going to draw a foul. And that is going to be on Lopez.
Yep.
That's going to be her fourth.
Don't foul a jump shot. And that happens too much.
So there's 16 fouls for each team as Littau misses the first one.
Oh, she missed it. Okay, good foul on the jump shot.
So Emmy Nickel checking in for the Comets as Littau gets set to take her second shot here. And that one is hard off the rim as well as Kowalski comes down with that, and Nodoff will bring it across for the Tigers.
My goodness, I think Kowalski's going to have double-digit rebounds in the second half alone.
So Nodoff with it, dumps it off to Bradley on the near side, gives it to Lopez on the far side. Lopez looking to go inside, nowhere to go, going to bring it to the top of the key, dumps it off to Nodoff in front of the Tiger bench.
They're taking a little air out of the tire. They're staying out on top a little bit.
Miller going to drive into that lane, throws up a high arcer off the glass, can't get that to fall.
When that ball comes off on that shot, I'm thinking no way in heck, and she actually makes it close.
So Cherapata brings that back up. Lopez tries to steals that one as she's going to put it up and off the glass, and it doesn't fall. And Nodoff comes down with that, gives it to Bradley, who can't get that one to fall. And Littau is going to push this one up hard and going to come up short, but going to draw the foul.
Who's he going to call it on? There was three white jerseys. Let's see.
Couldn't really tell.
He's thinking about it.
So they're going to call it on Kowalski, who was one of the jerseys definitely in that.
47-43 Ripon, 2:45 remaining. First free throw attempt is a miss. They've missed their last 3 consecutive free throws. Good news if you're a Tiger fan.
So Littau set to put up her second one here. And that one is no good as Kowalski comes down with that rebound.
So the Comets struggling, but they are not. They're only a 40% free throw shooting ball club.
So Lopez with it now at the far side top of the key. Gives it off to Miller, who is going to drive the lane and going to...
They're going to call the hand check. Cherapata.
And that is going to end her night for her.
Boy, and let me tell you, one of their better players, and in fact, the double-double player for the Comets has just left the game. That's good news for the Tigers.
So Miller in a 1-on-1 situation as Harms checks in for the Comets. And Miller puts down that first one. So Miller to put up the second one here. And that one's good as well.
Beautiful.
And
Ripon by a half dozen. We get a 30-second timeout, 49-43. Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. Hillside Dental.
Fortify Bank is grown Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a slam dunk for you and our community. Member FDIC.
We all need a few good signs. Graphic sign and letter, and Ripon creates eye-catching, compelling graphics for your business, banners for your events, vehicle and boat lettering to capture attention with style and taste. Increasing your visibility since 1985. That's graphic sign.
So 2:25 left in the ball game. Ripon leads 49-43 as Waupaca will inbound the ball here. And Harms will bring it across for the Comets. Now dumps it off to Levine on the near side here. Levine going to look to drive into the paint.
Oh, that's travel. Great defense.
Yep.
She went up in the air and came down with those toes. That's a no-no in the game of basketball. Ripon by a half dozen, 2:14 remaining. They got the ball. They're in no hurry here. Play like you got the lead.
So Lopez will bring it up for the Tigers. Dumps it off to Nodoff on the far side in front of the score table. Now Bradley on the near side over here. Miller tried to cut and almost missed that one.
What happened was Miller did a curl move.
Yep.
And Bradley smartly was throwing it out on top to stay away from the defensive pressure in the passing lane. Miscommunication, but they got it back, and awkwardly enough, Miller's going to be rewarded with a free throw now.
Yeah. So Miller will go to the line again. As she puts down that one. Miller having a great night from the line.
Yeah, I can't say enough about some of the underclassmen performances tonight.
Yes, for sure. And Miller drops the second one.
When you look at Miller, you look at Kovaluski, you look at Bauman. I mean, that's the future Tigers, too.
So Littell with it, tries to drive inside, and now Nickel with it, moving back around, coming across the free throw line. And
travel.
They're going to say a travel. Yep.
Oh, what great help and recover by Bella Miller. If you watch, she shot out on the ball, stopped the dribble, and then went and relocated her person again.
So Lopez will bring it across for the Tigers as we reach the 90-second mark. Lopez loses the dribble.
Come to the ball.
Now dumps it off to Bradley on the near side here. Bradley's going to try and drive around and get that baseline. Nowhere to go. Gives it to Kovaluski. Miller thought about driving in. Bradley now with it in the near corner.
1:15 remaining.
Lopez with it on top. Nowhere to go. Works it inside to Kovaluski. Kovaluski just...
Yep. Waymeyer was forced to foul her.
Yeah.
From behind. Kovaluski's, boy, she does a great job. A lot of people under that nervousness, they will just dribble without a purpose.
Yeah.
She's keeping her powder dry, pivoting under the pressure, and saving that dribble if she needs it to escape. 1:09 remaining, 51-43 Ripon. A chance to go up by double digits.
There's going to be a... And Kovaluski drops that one.
Boy, does she make it rain with that shot.
Yeah, she does. It's very high arc.
Good thing we have a newer field house with a much higher roof.
Yeah, and Kovaluski dropped
My
the second
goodness.
one.
I bet you that shot, the camera misses it. They can't get the apex of the shot.
They can't. As Littell drives it down in, going to get the basket.
I tell you, I take Littell on any team. This girl is a gamer.
So Lopez is going to foul out tonight, as Waupaca wishes to take a timeout.
It's slam dunk, dunk. Radio advertising gets heard. Call Hometown Broadcasting at 920-960-4569 to sponsor the next basketball game. That's Hometown Radio.
So 1:03 left on the clock. Ripon leads 53-54.
The majority of the first half was led by Waupaca, and they were doing it by pounding the ball down low to Waymeyer, who didn't disappoint her teammates and was finishing. Second half, I got to give Coach Nodorf, a lot of credit.
Yeah.
He came in and said, listen, we cannot let 54 beat us down there, so we're going to do what we have to do. We're going to put her in the middle of an Oreo wafer cookie and make her work for a living. And they've done a great job, along with Kovaluski rebounding.
So Littell can't get the first one to drop down. And Miller is going to come down with that, and she is going to get fouled.
Under a minute.
And that is not the girl you want at the line tonight.
No, even though she's shooting 80% coming into tonight. As soon as I said that.
She missed one.
Yeah.
But that was the only one she's missed so far tonight.
Okay, she got that out of her system.
Yep.
Freshman Bauman getting instructions from Coach Nodolf.
Miller comes to line.
Talking now to Bettine. I believe she's a junior. Bettine.
So Miller puts up that first one.
What a compact, you look at that shot, and it's compact. It's not loosey-goosey with a shooting arm.
Nope.
Nice flick of the wrist. Very tight. Look at that.
And
wow.
Miller puts in that one. Makes it 55-45 with 50 seconds left on the clock as Waupaca drives it in. Harms can't get that to fall.
They're going to call a travel on Kovaleski.
Yep.
That's a tough one. Boy, what a battler.
She went up for that one.
Yes, she did.
So the Tigers will bring back in Bettine, and Bauman will step out for a moment with 50 seconds left on the clock.
By 10.
Littell looks to inbound it, gives it up top to Harms. Back over to Littell on the far side. She's going to try and drive in the paint, and she gets it knocked away.
By Bradley.
Now Nodolf will slow it down here as we reach the 35-second mark. Nodolf with it now going to the far side. Bradley with it at the top of the key. As
double team.
Nodolf now with it. Bradley as we reach the final 20 seconds here. Miller with it. Now Ripon is just going to try and pass it around and burn out the clock here as we come on the last 10 seconds.
They're coming out with a win tonight, and what a win it was. This is a solid win against a very physical ball club.
That it is. And that is where the ball game will end tonight. Ripon Tigers defeating the Waupaca Comets 55-45. We'll be back with the post-game analysis in 2 minutes. Person we want to key in there is Malaya Kovaleski with all the rebounds. I mean, she had so many tonight, I lost track of little tally marks.
Yeah.
So over on the Waupaca side, we have Seattle Littell with 10 points tonight, and Finley Cherapata with 10 points, and Olivia Levine with 6 points, as well as Savannah Weimar with 11. So,
boy, and she got probably most of those 11 in the first half.
Yes.
Waymeyer.
Yep.
And then from there, Jesse Nodolf, the coach of the Lady Tigers, came out in the second half and sent a message. She ain't beating us anymore offensively down on the low post.
Nope.
And Ripon did a heck of a job of following the coach's orders. But the way the game started, Ripon, I was seeing something right out of the gate I'm not used to seeing. Penetration dribble in the half-court offense. At times it was a little helter-skelter, and they were creating turnovers, Ripon was, or having the ball taken away from them. But they settled down, got better at it, and then ball reversal. I saw the maturity of a team that a month ago, I can't believe it's the same team. The maturation of this ball club is something else. This is a team, Waupaca, coming in with a 4-1 record tonight, and they got taken to the woodshed. They'd led most of the first half. Ripon started to creep back in with some disciplined play, and it was really a team win. Like you said, Kowaleski on the boards, but the maturity of some of the freshmen, when you look at Bauman, you look at Kowaleski, you look at Bella Miller, who I think had her best night of the season that I've witnessed so far, and it was just a team win. You look at the leadership of Noldolf, and what a thrill it was to watch and to beat a good team. A team that comes in averaging 43 rebounds a game. Ripon with about 26 to 27 rebounds a game. But I'll tell you, when we see those numbers tomorrow, it's going to be a different story. Congratulations to those Ripon Tigers. Meanwhile, let's keep talking about them. They're going to return for more non-conference action Thursday. The Ripon Lady Tigers will travel to Omro, a former ECC opponent. Omro 4-6, 1-4, and a member of in league play and flyway member. Meanwhile, Bruce Link and I will join us Thursday evening for more Ripon Tiger boys basketball action as they take on the Wolves from Winneconne. Ripon boys haven't lost since a month ago today. December 12th was their last loss to Lourdes non-conference 1 month ago, and they'll go for their 6th consecutive win Thursday evening. And remember, they beat Winneconne. That's who they're playing. They beat them down by 17 early in the second half, came back, and they gut-kicked them. And you had 28 points that night from Schneider, and you had a buzzer beater by Riley Brooks. And I think they're going to come in with a really nasty attitude, the Wolves of Winneconne, come Thursday. So tune in and watch us and listen to us if you can.
And then Friday, the girls will be back against Winneconne. That is a 7 o'clock start. Just so you know, Mr. Kingsiger just told me at the halftime, so they moved that up.
And then meantime, always a big thank you to Chris Jones and Cole Gregney behind the lenses doing all that good stuff. It takes them a day and a half to set everything up, day and a half to tear it down. And, man, I don't know what they pay them, but it's probably too much. I mean, not enough. But and then also to you, Casey, great work. I enjoy working with you. Jason Mansmith on the board back on Radio Road. Thanks to Athletic Director Bill Kinzinger, and then Executive Producer Riley Eisnagel as well.
So with that said, the Ripon Tiger Sports Network thanks you for joining the broadcast of Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon Channel, 93.1.1 FM and AM 1600 WRPN, your hometown station. Thanks for watching and listening, and have a good night.